Hello, my beautiful people. How are you? I'm doing great. I hope you are as well. I wanted to get on here and do a message today specifically because it is my other son's birthday. My youngest baby is 12 today. Happy birthday to my Colin boy, my sweet angel. He has a million nicknames that I have for him. I sent him a text message. I got no response. I tried to get in touch with his father about maybe getting a phone call today, but I got no response. So I just want to put it out there into the universe that I'm thinking about my baby, and I hope he has a wonderful birthday today. It is the second birthday that I have not been able to be with him on, and hopefully I'll be able to get him some presents to him tomorrow and possibly have a visit, but that is not guaranteed. So I am just throwing it out there that I'm thinking about him. I'm sending him lots of love, and I miss him as always. That never, ever, ever goes away. And in this message, I want to talk about um, positive things, definitely positive things. I have given enough concentration and messages on the haters, and I don't want to focus on them right now, especially with this being my baby's birthday and Valentine's Day is coming up. So I want to talk a little bit about you. Let's focus on you. Let's focus on self love and not pay attention to the haters. God will deal with your haters. God will deal with the people that have tried to throw salt on your name. All of that will happen in due time. You get what you give, you reap what you sow. So don't focus on them too much. Definitely let them motivate you. As always, send them love and light, pray for them. Let them be that fuel for your fire, your positive, your growth, your self love. Let it be a reminder to you that you need to love yourself harder, that you need to learn from everything that you went through because it was on purpose. It was meant to strengthen you, and it is all about how you handle it, how you deal with it, how you respond to it. You respond to it with love for them, forgiveness, love for yourself, into planting positive seeds so that you don't end up with the toxicity that they try to send you. You don't have to eat it. That jagged little pill they want you to swallow, turn it into a Skittle, okay? You can do that. Everyone can do that. We all have the ability to transmute. You don't have to let that sink into your body and let it become you or consume you. You turn it into whatever you want it to be. And you don't want to be that. You don't want to be that for yourself. You don't want to be that for your loved ones. You don't want to be that for other people, because you need to be that shining example for yourself to let you know how far you've come, and pat yourself on the back and congratulate yourself and cheer yourself on for bigger and better things. Leave those things in the past. They had their moment. They were allowed to shine, and they fumbled the ball. They didn't do what they should have done with your character, with your love, with your patience, with your um, encouragement to them, to help them to grow, to give them, warnings, to give them motivation, to try to knock them out of the path that they were on that was leading to destruction. You tried it, didn't work. You got to move on and don't look back, okay? So don't worry about the haters. They'll reap what they sow. Everything will come to light. Just keep moving in your beautiful, beautiful presence. We all have beautiful souls. It's what you choose to do with it. Are you going to nurture that beautiful soul, or are you going to let others drag you down to their level and keep you there? Please choose the first option. It is the most beneficial. So, I saw this quote earlier online that said, "Your story could be the key that unlocks someone else's prison. Don't be afraid to share it." So under a lot of gags right now, as far as court went, and that is a big part of my story. Just the most recent parts. There's a lot of other things that I could talk about. There's ways around a court gag. I don't believe that courts should be able to gag anything because we all have our First Amendment right, according to the Constitution, of freedom of speech if you are in the United States. And I am a staunch supporter of the Constitution in America. That's what our country was founded on. So I don't believe that anyone should be able to tread on that. And I also want to encourage anyone that goes around flying the Gadsden flag just because it says "Don't tread on me." Please research where that came from and what it means. When I started paying attention to it, it was very much adopted by the Libertarian Party, but now all of the Make America Great Again people fly it, and I just have this gut feeling that they have no idea what it represents, how it started. It's just become very trendy, I think, and I want you to educate yourself on what it means and where it come from before you just slap it on to your car. Sidebar there, but it's something that irritates me. And I want everyone to educate themselves on what they're doing and why, and not just do it because other people are doing it. So I'm done with the sidebar. Okay. So what I want to achieve with my channel is telling my story, and however that I can. A court gag is not going to stop me. There's so much more to my life. There has been so much more to my past that others can learn from, and my mindset, my present mindset that is not gagged by any court order. It's how I live, it's how I breathe, it's how I maneuver. If someone tries to send me chaos or confusion, look to your past. I mean, the way that I was raised in chaos. I had an aunt and uncle that screamed at the top of their lungs at each other when I was a child, and it made me ill, like physically ill. I would want to throw up. I would have panic attacks. It wasn't my fight, but just being in that chaos, being in that environment. I would beg for my grandmother to make them stop, and she would yell at them, but ultimately I would be ushered into another room and they would overpower her and do whatever they wanted and run all over her in her house. And I could still hear it regardless of being in another room, but they never stopped what they wanted to do once they had started. It consumed the entire environment. So, and not being able to escape that as being a child, I can't get in my car and go somewhere else. I can't scream back at them and make them stop. I definitely couldn't make my grandmother, the matriarch of the family, do any more than she already thought was her full capacity of trying to control things. So I had to learn as a child to find my own way in the chaos, to control it for myself and turn it into something else. A lot of escapism happened, a lot of transmuting it before I even knew that I was transmuting it, as far as focusing on me, controlling my breath, focusing on what I could control in my environment, which was where my attention was focused. Ultimately coming up with things that made me feel safe and secure in the moment. Stuffed animals, self-soothing from a blanket that I had. A lot of people have those silky edged blankets or just soft blankets or pillows, things that become your security blanket. I had lots of things like that that I controlled. So when people try to throw me chaos, they think that it will make me spiral, but they don't know me well enough to know the environment that I grew up in and how I've been living in my own controlled chaos my entire life. That when things get rough and I can't control the environment, that I control myself and how I process what I choose to focus on within that environment, that I can create my own bubble. And that is part of my story. when people think that they're controlling you by censoring you and what you're able to talk about, that's only a small part of it. So if you are under any kind of gag or you're going through court proceedings, whether someone's put a gag on you or not, I know a lot of lawyers will tell you to shut down social media, to tell you to not post things. There's ways around that aren't going to incriminate yourself, that are still very freeing and liberating, and allows you to express yourself and what you're going through, not having anything to do with what they're trying to suppress or the oppression that they're trying to put on you by attempting to control you. You have options. You are free. You have your own free will. It has nothing to do with what they're trying to suppress. You can live outside of those laws that they try to put on you all day, every day, in any way that you choose to be creative. I find that being creative for me, especially like when I paint or when I would bake and be creative on cakes, or when I would crochet a blanket, or even when I make these videos and I get in the zone as far as wanting to share and dig deep and spread love to everyone and positivity to everyone and give them motivation. I have some of my biggest, best downloads that help me come up with ideas. Like when I did cakes, I channeled that creativity. I didn't just have it right in front of me. It came as I went. The more that you put into loving yourself and being creative, into putting your focus on something that's not your problems, that's not stress or anxiety, things that you can't control, things that have to play themselves out, the haters, like I said, that God will deal with. Don't focus on that stuff. Focus on what you can choose to focus on. You can choose happiness. You can choose calm. You can choose peace. You can choose serenity. You can create that for yourself in your own environment. Like these lights that I have up, these momentous things that I have here. Like I'm burning my incense right now. I'm surrounded by the feathers that my spiritual team put in my path to motivate me. Um, I'm surrounded by my angel wings and my halo that I wore as an earth angel for Halloween. I will burn a candle. I will do lots of things. Take a bath, bubble bath, bath bombs, um, things that calm myself, that calm my internal, things that are aesthetic to look at, things that I can control in my environment. I can choose to have boundaries and close out anyone trying to send me negative energy or chaos, and create my own world that I live in. They don't dictate me. They don't have control over me. Only you have control over you. So tell your story. Tell your story in any way that you can. I want to hear other people's stories. It encourages me and motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. It lets me know that I'm on the right path when others join me. It took me a long time to start my own channel. I listened to other people tell their story for a long time before I ever came up with the courage and bravery. And a lot of it was a cry for help at first, because I couldn't believe the world that I found myself in and all the things that were being done to me by people that I thought loved me and cared for me. So I reached outside of my environment for support, and I got it. I had a lot of people reach out to me, people that I would tag that have channels that I found encouraging, and I felt that we were connected in a way without being in direct connection with each other. I tagged them. Some of them would reach out to me and let me know that they were proud of me and that I started my channel. Other people need to hear your story too, because what I'm going through doesn't encompass everything that everyone else is going through. We're all unique. Our challenges and our paths are unique, and other people need to hear your story and gather strength from you too, because the more that you work on yourself and the more that you heal, the more you spread positivity and love and raise your vibrations, that is not just for you, that is for you to bring yourself up out of that conditioning and that mental prison that you may have been in with whatever you were going through or however you were raised. But after you cross that barrier, after you break through and have an awakening, it is also for other people. Anything that you can offer to other people to help raise the vibrations of the planet is extremely helpful to you and to others, because the more that they come out of their shell, their ego, that conditioning, that defense mechanisms that they've built around themselves, and they become authentic and they begin to find their purpose and walk in their path, it helps everyone. We are all connected. We all have God inside of us. We are all connected by Him. We are all brothers and sisters. We are all here to help each other. We are all here to love. So don't keep it in. Don't have that ceiling. When you break through that ceiling for yourself, keep going. Always keep going. Keep the momentum going so that you can help others and others can help others. And it just multiplies and magnifies and gets bigger and bigger and greater. That's what we want. So manifesting comes from this too, because we have negative thoughts when we are not healed. We often believe what other people have told us to believe, or let them tell us how we should feel about ourselves. And once we can break that, I've said one of the most challenging things was praying for people. One of the other most challenging things was breaking my negative thought process. And I would often start thinking of the beach or a happy place or my son or a time that we, laughed and laughed and until we cried and couldn't stop laughing. And if you haven't had one of those moments in a while, just wait. It can't rain forever. Those moments will come again. You will belly ache and laugh till it hurts again. It will happen again. So just know that the season that you're going through, if it's a sad one, if it's a frustrating one, it won't last forever, and you will have those moments again. But draw from those moments in your times of sadness where you've had them in the past, or things in your mind, impressions that life has had upon you, as far as beautiful places that you've gone, really nice walks out in nature, go sit by a body of water. It's very healing. To break you out of those negative thoughts, start to try and make a habit of that, as far as being instinctual, something instinctual that you do when you start feeling sad or you start talking negatively about yourself or your life, because you want to manifest different things. And your thoughts and your words and your actions and your feelings, they are all huge part of manifesting for yourself and creating the life that you deserve, the life that you can thrive in, the life that you can truly, the one that you dream of. Okay, go for your goals, go for your dreams. Don't let anything that you're going through hold you back from getting back on the path that you're meant to be on, that you deserve, that I want for all of you. I want for myself. I want it for all of us. That's why it's important that I tell you guys about this as I'm going through it, because we're going to motivate each other. We're going to achieve these things together, and I don't want anybody to give up on themselves. I'm definitely not giving up on me and my hopes and my dreams and the accomplishments that I want for the rest of this lifetime of mine, because I'm beautiful and I'm deserving and I'm funny and I'm charismatic and I'm all of these things that people can't take away from me. They can't take my God and my faith away from me. They might be able to take a lot of things in the physical away from me, but they do not control how I feel. They do not control what I want for my life. They don't control the love that my son still sends me, because it's never going to go away. And I know that. So I want you guys to be grounded in positive thoughts so that you can manifest things for your future. And this doesn't, this hard season, this learning time of your life, embrace the learning, embrace the change, but it doesn't have to last any longer than it has to. keep that hope alive by manifesting in your present moment. Stay focused on the positive, stay focused on gratitude at all times. Like a few months ago, I was camping. I was camping. I had no idea when I was going to have a roof, an actual roof other than my car roof, or a tent over my head again. I had no idea when I was going to be able to have appliances to be able to cook my food or keep my food cold in, to have the option of, freezing things and planning ahead for meals and not just eating fast food or fixing peanut butter and jelly or peanut butter and banana sandwiches for days on end. Like, I had no idea, but I had to keep the hope. I had to keep manifesting. So I would walk every day and I would find the things out in nature that were beautiful, that were free, didn't cost anything. They were God given and created by Him. So they're just magical. The magic is inside you. The magic is everywhere, all around you. You just have to hold on to it and manifest off of it, not the horrible things that you're going through or something hurtful that someone did to you, or something that someone took away from you or pulled the rug out from under you or said to you that was mean. Look for those things that are positive. Instinctually change that negative thought as soon as it creeps into your mind. Go to your happy place. Go to a happy place in your mind. Pull an awesome memory out. Think of things in your imagination that you want for your future that are amazing. Replace those negative things with positive things, beautiful things, magical things immediately, until, like praying for other people, it just snaps into place. And then eventually it won't happen anymore. You will be in the habit of thinking beautiful things, of thinking about how great your life is already and how much greater it's going to be when you continue on this path that you have created for yourself. We create our own reality. Don't let anyone create it for you. Ever. Ever, ever. Sometimes we make it all about the actions. I know I used to just work all the time. And that never got me anywhere. Of course, it got the bills paid for the most part. But working my fingers to the bone didn't create the beautiful reality that I deserve. It just kept me spinning my wheels. And on that hamster wheel, you're never going to get what you deserve. You're just going to be depleted of your energy. You're just going to be worried about the stress in the moment, because that's all there's going to be is stress. You don't have any time to enjoy anything that you're working hard for. So too much work will stop the flow. It'll stop the creativity. You don't have any time for creativity when you're just working all the time for someone else. You're not able to think about starting that business. You're not able to think about the time and energy that you put into something and made it beautiful. Whether it just be arts and crafts or paintings, or whether it be a business for yourself, or a blanket that you knit that you get warmth from, or that you can give as a gift to someone else and make them happy. You don't have time for that when you're on the hamster wheel. So just focusing on work and the action that goes into creating a beautiful future and reality for yourself is not enough. It takes all of these components that you have to put in this pot. And if you put all of that in the pot but you never let it cook, you never change your thought process, you never sprinkle in the ingredients of creativity, of positive thoughts and gratitude, and removing those ceilings of how I got this far, well, I'm good here. Keep going. So don't stop the flow. Don't let it drain you. Put everything in and let it cook. Take time to relax. Take time to take a walk. Take time to meditate. Take time to work on that positive thought process. Create vision boards for yourself. I still have a vision board that I created a long time ago So it helps me whenever I'm not thinking about anything, or I'm thinking about something that was not so great. Look at that. It immediately changes your thought process, because visually your thoughts go somewhere else. Do those positive affirmations for yourself, that I love me, other people love me, I am worthy of love, I am worthy of everything that my heart desires. I have put so much work into myself, I have healed so much. um, Money comes to me freely. Everything that I am doing on my path is going to enrich my life and others' lives. Everything that you say has power. Just like people putting out spill work, putting out negative things towards you in the universe with their words. Your positive words, your loving words of affirmation is part of the recipe that you need to cook for yourself. Um, Knowing that you are worthy. Know that you are worthy. You are beautiful. And God made no mistakes on you. Know that deep. Let it seep into every single pore. Walk with that confidence in you, knowing that you are going to attract what you deserve. That everything that God has for you will come to you no matter what. No one can stop it. They may be able to delay it, but as long as you are walking with the Lord and walking in the light, everything that He has for you will come to you. No one can ever stop that, and no one can ever dim your light unless you let them. So don't let them. Keep it lit, hold it steady. Don't let anyone blow it out. Don't let anyone throw salt on it and make others think that it's fake. You know inside of your being that you are beautiful, and no one can take that away. Let that be your very foundation. Stay in receiving mode. Don't just think that if I work, it's going to come to me. No, you have to tell the universe, I am open to receive. I am ready to receive. I deserve all of the things that I've worked hard for. Bring them to me now. Bring them to me now. I am ready to get them. I'm ready to go, Lord. I am open and ready to receive it. God will bring it to you. So the more that you do this to yourself, the more that you cut yourself off from the negativity, that you have strict boundaries, that you create this world that you focus on, the positive world, the calm, the peace, the serenity, the things that you surround yourself with, the things that you put in your mind, turning that negativity into positivity, turning that pain into power and purpose. You're going to learn that you're choosing to thrive in your peace and happiness. You are choosing that happiness. That is your world. That is where you live. That is our home base. That is our grounded reality every single day. We choose this. We speak it into existence. We think about it all of the time. And when anything ever takes us away from that, pull it back to center with one of the tools that I just told you that I use. Create your own tools. You don't have to just use my blueprint. I cherry pick all the time with the things that I use. I pull from the Bible. Sometimes I pull tarot. Sometimes I will go out and ground myself in nature. I will, the things that I have here to remind myself of how far I've come. Like, you create your own tools with the way that life has taught you. We are conditioned by God. That's what we should focus on, is the things that the Slumdog Millionaire training that He has given us, all of the knowledge that He has given us every day of our life up until this point. Draw from that. Draw strength from God. Draw strength from what God has given you, the things that He has put you through, that educated you on how to jump the hurdles that are in front of you or are yet to come. You already have all of that inside of you. He has given it to you. You just need to open that chapter of your book, open that tab of your existence, of your mental internet, all of your experiences. Open it up. It gives you a step by step, a play by play of how to make it through this moment and any moment to come for the rest of your life. I want you to live there first and foremost. And talking about Valentine's Day. So, Valentine's Day, as we know it, is a manufactured holiday that helps retail make money for their businesses. And I was one of those businesses as a baker. I very much advertised and capitalized on Valentine's Day, made heart-shaped cake pops and heart-shaped cakes and ganache covered cakes, wrote individual, um, messages for people. So I advertised that and I capitalized on that too. But I want you to capitalize that on it for yourself. I want you to love yourself. I want you to pour into yourself. As I said the other day, we want to fill the cups of others with the overflow. So we have to make sure that our cup is on lock at all times. Even if you're in a relationship, you fill the cup of your loved ones with the overflow of your own cup. And that also is children, not just your husband, your wife, your significant other, your dog, your coworkers. Make sure that it's um, being given back, that it's being reciprocated, and then those people are worthy of the overflow from your cup. That's important too. Don't just give and give and give and give, and make sure it's from your overflow and that you've loved yourself first. And don't just give if others aren't deserving of that very valuable gift of your time, your energy, and your love. So, I know that it being a manufactured holiday, it's still impossible to ignore. It's everywhere that we look. You're gonna open up the internet. You're gonna talk to other people that are going out to eat for Valentine's Day, or their husband or wife or boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever bought them this. Their kid came home from this craft with this craft from school. Look how cute this is. Like you're going to hear it. It's gonna be impossible to put your blinders on completely and ignore Valentine's Day. Last Valentine's Day, I had to hear it from my coworkers. That's mainly where it became relevant and in my vision. So what I did, I love to eat those crab boils, the lobster boils. I went and bought myself one of those lobster crab. What else is in it? Corn. Um, Bags. I bought that for myself. Those are so delicious. I bought roses for myself. I don't know if I bought myself anything sweet to eat, but you go buy your own chocolates or whatever sweet you like. If you like sweets, get yourself a mani pedi. Get yourself a book that you've been wanting to get. Um, Show yourself love. If others get you things, great. That's just added bonus. But no matter what, if you're in a relationship or what, do something nice for yourself. And it doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day. If somebody does something mean for you, to you, go out and do something nice for yourself. And don't take too much time in doing it. And it doesn't have to cost much money. I already bought myself a candle and some new polish to paint my nails with. That is part of my Valentine's Day gift to myself. I want you guys to all love on yourself, and I mean all the time, but especially on days like Valentine's Day, with or without someone else in your life. Make sure that you're doing that for yourself. Show yourself love, celebrate yourself, write yourself a love letter. I have written myself a love letter before. I find that even when I'm in a relationship, I love love letters because you can always look back on that. You can always pull it out during a hard time or even when nothing's going on, just to remind you of how personal that is. It's something just from that person to you. It's something that they dug deep inside to pull out, and they took the time to not type it, but write it out on paper, very tangible. You can hold it. They used a pen to write each word. They didn't use a computer. It's okay if they do, but to me, this is my personal um, preference. I love for people to write me handwritten love notes. And maybe it comes from just my generation that I grew up without having texts and emails. When we were in high school and middle school, we passed notes to each other. So, and I also love that play, the book, the play. If you ever have a chance to go see the play Love Letters, do it. I love it. Love Letters is awesome. But yeah, I think that's about all I have. Just stay in a constant state of gratitude. There's, it can always be worse. There are things that you have now that is an answered prayer that you prayed for last year, that you prayed for last week. There's always something you have that someone else doesn't have. Your situation could always be worse or lacking. So, even if you have attained 99% of your goals, still stay in that place with God, be on lock with God. Always thank Him and give appreciation and gratitude for what you have in this present moment. I have so much to be thankful for, even if a lot has been taken from me, and I wish and love my sons so much, and I wish that I could be with my youngest son on his birthday today. I still have so much to be thankful for. It doesn't take away the heart of me. That love for him is still in my heart. My thoughts are still with him. That transcends this physical. He will feel that, just like spell work can be put out into the universe. My love and my positive thoughts for him are put out into this universe. And whether he knows it or not, he can't physically hold it in his hand, but it will make its way to him. Just like the love for yourself will make its way to you, and it will make its way to others as you encourage them. Share the love you have for yourself, share the love that you have for others and humanity, and share your stories so that we can all be better people and that we can all keep going no matter what point we are at right now. Keep going, keep building your relationship with God, keep working towards making this world a better place for yourself and others, so that we can all have to go through less pain and suffering, and create some magic in our own lives and in others' lives by giving them something positive to pull from that they can create from on a dime. That's all it takes, is one positive thought, one encouraging word. You never know who might desperately need to hear that today, or if you put it on the internet and it never goes away, people for years to come can pull on it, even when you're not in that place anymore, to help them not be in that place, or help them to avoid some things that kept you in that place longer, so that they don't have to spend that amount of time that you did. You help give them a shortcut. You never know. You never know. I know I've needed to hear it from lots of people, and I know that people need to hear it from me. People need to hear it from you too. So let's all work on that, and don't spend time on your haters. Put it into yourself. Turn that pill into a Skittle. I love you. God loves you. You're never alone. Bye.